Hello everyone and welcome to Daybreak Com's playthrough of Uncharted Drake's Fortune.
Hey, this is the first time hearing you do this, so good job.
Well, it's like I have experience doing Let's Plays.
Yeah.
And just to start off, I
love this main theme.
Drake's theme. Drake's theme
I haven't played many of the games.
As the main theme for the entire series, this is a good one.
Yeah.
It's actually not on the... That's one thing in 4 that I was very disappointed by, is that it
They don't have Drake's theme?
Not at the beginning start screen like it is in 1, 2, and 3.
Oh, so even throughout the series, they use the same theme.
Yeah, it's just composed differently. Uncharted 3's is easily my favorite.
Oh yeah, that's the only one I've played, but...
So does Uncharted 4 at least still have Drake's theme present?
I'm not sure. I haven't played Uncharted 4
Probably
since
has
it
like
came
a more
out.
somber remix.
Yeah.
Yeah, it does. It does have a more somber remix, but in terms of like another rendition,
I think
I'm
it's
not too
supposed.
sure.
If I remember, I think it plays near the end.
Yeah, during the epilogue, definitely.
Yeah. I think actually the theme that's supposed. I think the theme that's supposed to be at the beginning of Uncharted 4 is actually supposed to be what's Drake's brother's name that's played by Troy Baker?
Sam.
I think that's supposed to be Sam's theme.
I don't really know, because again, it's been so long since I played Uncharted 4, but I do need to go back and replay it, because I will say, when I was recording this game, one thing that really stood out to me throughout Uncharted's 1 and 2, and especially 3, is I really love the soundtracks for these games. They are so damn good.
Yeah,
and really
like
put you
3
into
especially is really fucking big. Wasn't 3 dual aired?
I honestly don't know. I got started with Uncharted actually with 3, and kind of like similar to like how some people play Crash Bandicoot, they started with 3 and then worked their way back. That's actually how I experienced the Uncharted games, because my brother got the bundle with the Uncharted 3 with the PS3. And that's
so you
how
went 3, 2, 1.
Yeah,
that was actually my first experience with MGS. Actually, so I played a bit of MGS 2. That was my first experience to Metal Gear. But like my first full playthrough of a Metal Gear game was when I got my PS3 bundled with Guns of the Patriots. That was a mistake. Continuity, what the fuck is that?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Also, nice little Jack and Daxter shout out with the Otzel gear.
Yeah, I really like that. Actually, I think on Elena's little sleeve right there, other than the Otzel, there's a picture of the Naughty Dog logo. I'm not. Yeah, it's right there on the back of
Yeah, it's on the back of Nick's collar.
Yeah. I actually had never noticed that. But man, you want to talk about one of my favorite opening sequences in any video game. This one, I love this opening sequence with the boat. Overall, this entire playthrough is, no joke, probably
just how they introduce you right off the bat in the middle of an action sequence, but it does a good job at cementing Drake's sort of carefree character.
Yeah, but like, no joke, I think this is my 15th time beating this game. I love this game, I really do. This is in the main line of Uncharted games that were made by Naughty Dog. And I'm getting a call from someone on Discord.
Ignore it and put yourself on Do Not
That's what I did. That's what I did. Thank you, Jordan.
That's actually
Uncharted 1 is actually probably my third favorite in the series. I do prefer it over 3, though. I know that's a little bit weird, but I really...
you go, what, 2, 4, 1, 3?
No, 4, 2, then 1, then 3.
Oh, okay, I knew 2 and 4 were on your...
A Fast and Furious combo, so when are we going to be talking about family?
Hey, okay, you know, fuck you. Especially after Fast,
Oh, no, I have no problems with the movies. I just love I just think it's funny, because he says it family.
I never caught that.
He said
I don't even.
He
I don't
always
even know
Maybe
what
that's
you guys
just
are
Vin
referencing.
Diesel being having Vin
That's-
Diesel's voice. But I've always, especially after the fourth movie, which oddly enough is just called Fast and Furious. No, wait, Fast and Furious was the first one. I think it's The Fast and the Furious for the fourth movie.
I just call it a bunch of movies about guys who love street cars, and that's about it.
well, that's what it is. That's what you think it is, but then it becomes a whole different beast.
Yeah, like honestly, especially after the fourth movie, where it actually gets a continuity going with Fast 5, Fast and Furious 6, Furious 7, and Fate of the
By the
Furious.
way, I just want to say I love the ragdoll physics in this game.
Oh
so
my god, they're
goddamn
great in
much.
all the games.
better or worse than Arkham?
Honestly, they're better here.
Okay,
like,
let me rephrase that because better means many things in different contexts.
I mean, oh yeah, just random fucking explosion. I don't know what killed me there.
I think they shot it.
By the way, here's
Okay,
something.
so let me
Was that
rephrase it.
Was that like
funnier? Is it funnier?
Yes, easily yes.
There we go.
But what were you saying, Snake?
I'm not trying to play you did no work, but was that there was like no load time? Was that like all in game?
More or less. Like the PS4 version is a really good port. It was just really weird when I first played this, because I played the shit out of this on my PS3.
I know I heard a lot of things about the Nathan Drake collection sort of having some weird texture mapping, especially in Uncharted 3.
Maybe. I don't really recall anything like that. To me, these games, the biggest difference between the PS3 and PS4, other than a few things looking better, is that the 60 frames per second was a really weird thing for me because I've played these games so many times. Because I know this is a bit weird to say, but out of all the series that Naughty Dog has made, I have started with Crash Bandicoot and I've played all the way up to what has come out now. Uncharted is easily my favorite out of all the series they've made. I still love Jak and Daxter, do not get me wrong there, but I just have so much fun with these Uncharted games because they're so easy to go back to.
Yeah, it's kind
Yeah.
of like if you really just want to play the video game, play like what is the video game equivalent of a popcorn action movie.
Yeah.
Yeah. Though I would say I kind of, honestly, if I were to go back to one of these types of games, I'd definitely draw more to the Tomb Raider reboot, though that's more on me having more fun memories to Tomb Raider as a series.
See, I never played Tomb Raider other than something that was on a PlayStation demo disc I had when I was a kid.
Oh, I think I played
think-
that one too.
Was that Tomb Raider 2, I think?
I think
It was the one. It was a
think
demo disc that had Spyro 1, I think one of the Crash games, and Tomba.
I
that's
think
not
at
it.
that time, I think that was the
Oh,
demo
and
for...
Jersey Devil.
I think at that time that was the demo for Tomb Raider 2, I think?
I just remember I got killed by a dog a lot.
Dog... Yeah, I think that might have been Tomb Raider 2.
But
But yeah, so I have more fun memories. I actually haven't played much Uncharted since I played a little bit of Uncharted 2 way back in... Uncharted 3 was the only game I played, and that was like for a few minutes at a friend's house, I think, way back in 2010, was it, I think?
I think it was 2010 because I think 2011 is when I
No,
got my
Uncharted 3
PS,
came out.
3.
Uncharted 3 came out the same month as Sonic Generations.
No, it came out the same day.
Yeah, it was the same day. Remember?
Ooh.
Okay, yeah. It was 2011 is
2011, yeah, then.
yeah, because it was 2011 when my brother got his PS3, and then I got mine about a few months later, and then I went out and bought the rest of the
Yeah,
Uncharted
like,
games.
I only ever played like maybe 20 minutes of Uncharted 3, and I think Uncharted 2, I played some of the demos in the PS3 kiosks at Best Buy.
I actually remember the first time I ever heard of Uncharted. It was again my brother, which is kind of weird because like he's the one who kind of got me introduced to a few of the more like AAA type big video games back during the early PS3 stuff. That's not really the case anymore, but I remember he was playing Uncharted, but I always thought like Uncharted was like you are in an uncharted island just trying to survive against like other natives.
Yeah,
so
it
when I
kind of
saw
seemed like that at first.
And when I saw Uncharted 2 being like shown at E3 and it's like on this big fucking city, I'm like, what the fuck happened on this island?
Wait, it kind of seemed like what? Sorry, I'm like kind of wondering. See, right now I'm watching the cutscene. I'm just wondering, what the fuck did Nathan do? Did he actually get the boat without insurance?
Without insurance and without a permit.
Oh, I caught the no permit, but it was just like I was hearing.
He more or less pitched an idea to Elena, who's part of this TV series thing.
Yeah, I was looking at. I was watching Elena's conversation. And it was like, no, that's why we have insurance, right? And then she just looks at Nathan. He got the boat without insurance, didn't he?
All right. I'm gonna go into some of the thing about the misconception about Uncharted that he had, because I had that a bit too. If you looked at the let me say this. If you look at the cover for the PS3 game, which you could just put that up right now if you want.
It's just a picture of Drake holding.
He's holding a gun, and he's also surrounded by a lot of greenery.
For foliage.
Yeah, a lot of foliage. So some early stuff, it didn't exactly show all the adventuring. It showed him in the jungle, I believe, in here actually.
Yeah, well, it wasn't this area. It was one of the because one thing in this game I really like, and I think it's one of the reasons I actually prefer this game over Uncharted 3. And I know that's really weird because control-wise, Uncharted 3 is definitely the better of the two.
It needs work in other departments.
Yeah, but I really like the sense of progression throughout this game because in the other Uncharted games, you go to different locations throughout the entire thing, but Uncharted 1 feels kind of like a old school Resident Evil game in that for the first probably hour or two, you're gonna be in this jungle area.
What the hell is up with your jump, man?
Yeah, that's how it is in this game. It's very
God, that animation is floaty as hell.
Yeah, it takes some time getting used to, but it's very, very easy.
I just saw you trying to jump up to a cliff. It looked like you didn't even jump. It looked like you kind of just floated.
He was just magnetized.
Yeah.
I'm just kind of looking around for treasures. I didn't get all the treasures. I did get the one that I think you requested I did try to find. I actually had to look up a guide for it because I had no idea where it was at actually. But
I actually don't remember which one that was.
The precursor orb.
Oh yeah, the Jack and Daxter callback.
But Uncharted 1 feels like a classic Resident Evil where, to me, you're in this one island the entire time, getting to explore different sections of the island, and you got this mystery to solve with eventually a final boss and stuff. Definitely, I think something that later games in the series would have kind of benefited from a bit more, because I just like that sense of we have this.
The more focused the game is on a set location, the more time there is to develop that location and get attached to it.
Yeah,
if you're going from location to location to location.
Well, in Uncharted 3, it's more like set piece to set piece. I'm just gonna be clear about this. I'm not gonna say that two wasn't that, because they're two kind of did that. It's just that it wasn't nearly as obvious and blatant.
Yeah.
Yeah. From what I've
that was the real problem with Uncharted 3 is that from what
I've heard with Uncharted 3. Great gameplay. It's just the level design, for lack of a better term.
Actually, I disagree with that. The level design in Uncharted 3 is really good. My only big issue with 3 is that the story seems to be a bit
haphazard.
Well, I was gonna say confused in certain places. There's a really good video that Hyperbit Hero did a few years ago.
Oh yeah, I remember that one.
And that's kind of diminished 3 for me, and especially after replaying it when the Uncharted collection came out. I bought this maybe a few weeks after it had come out, and replaying it. And there's a section in the game where you're having the chase after Sully because you think he's been kidnapped by pirates, and then it's like, oh no, there's really no reason for this to even exist in the game. And it even has my least favorite section in the entire fucking Uncharted series, But it also has my favorite track in the original
Is it the one where you're
Uncharted trilogy.
Is it the one where you're going through
In
the
the
waters
boat graveyard.
Yeah.
I hate that
there was a
section.
comment from Mother's Basement on that kind of irks me because it says like it's the part that's the most like a game, and it's just like I think that's what he said at least.
The thing is, I mean,
Because
that's honestly a valid criticism. Where I
think that it is kind of a problem that people like. Oh man, remember when this was considered like a non-game to people?
Well,
I'd say Uncharted 2 is way more guilty of that than 1.
Well, the thing is, in what sense? Because I remember games like Uncharted sort of being the foreground games that sort of pushed games to being like sort of interactive movies. Like I think the big and I remember the Mother's Basement video you were talking about. I think what he was trying to get to was for a game that felt less like a game and more like a movie with an experience. A section that felt I guess a bit too video gamey.
He said it's the best part of the game, and people suck at it because they can't play game. It sounded, I don't know, from what I can recall, it sounded very demeaning of the base.
I just hate it because it's a pain in the ass because you only get one checkpoint and you gotta fight a bunch of heavy dudes. But we can talk about more Uncharted in the next part.
Yeah.